Are you going to go tour? Are you going to go out and tour this record?
What would I feel like
shows.
playing? Yeah, I'm going to do a small theatre in London
You are?
with the cast of Stomp. You know, the percussive
Yeah, of
players?
course,
They
yeah.
play with dustbins and brooms and lighters and tubes. Yeah, so I'm going to get them, amalgamate them into songs like Spoonful and that in this small theatre in London. I'm going to do a couple of shows on the same night. And if that works out well, I got Chris North, who's going to come over and
Big.
you know, one of my mates from Law and Order, and Sex in the City.
course.
He's going to come and bring it on because he's a big fan. So that's going to be interesting. But if I like and if it goes over well, I'll bring it to Broadway because I'll use the cast of Stomp there as
Cool.
well.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, you mentioned Spoonful a couple of times. I never heard a funkier version of that in my life. This is crazy good.
Yeah, it is funky, isn't it?
Never heard anything quite like it.
Well,
Carla-
with Keltner and Ivan and Flea on bass, I
yeah,
don't think any of them played with each other before. It was just great to get a little mischievous look of, oh, look at them cooking together, you know.
Yes.
Let's go. You know.
Had you met Flea before that, or was just a happy
Yeah, I did
coincidence?
a thing for Anthony with the Chili Peppers.
Yeah, with Anthony
They
Kiedis.
invited me to go to L.A. On another occasion before I started making my album, and we did a tribute to the Faces. Funny enough, we did an instrumental from the Faces and a couple of other songs. It probably Stay With Me was one of them, but it was just great to play with these guys because I like their music, the Chili Peppers.
Oh,
are great.
totally, yeah, my
and
God.
Flea said, "Hey man, if you're going to make an album, I'm there." And I said, "Okay, I'm going to hold you."
Oh,
to
yeah,
that.
you did.
And I sure did.
Faces, Stay With Me. Some people don't realize that you co-wrote that song.
Right. Also, Every Picture Tells a Story and Gasoline Alley.
Yeah.
You know, they don't
Hello.
realize this stuff.
Yeah. Why, if you don't mind me asking, because people want to know, and I don't know that it's become public, why didn't Rod participate in the Faces reunion?
There's too much red tape involved because his management was kind of, it was a bit awkward with Rod doing his songbook and family commitments, and he was a bit worried about the range of the songs and all that, the keys, and it took some of the magic away. The magic one is tingling in the background. It took some of the magic away of the actual songs, like Stay With Me in a lower key and Pool Hall Richard and Too Bad and Miss Judy's Farm and all those.
They're my
kind of
favorite,
songs.
Pool Hall and Miss Judy.
Yeah.
God,
It-
yeah.
They just didn't have the same magic when you lower it.
I understand.
And so anyway, Mick Hucknall took the challenge of singing them in the same keys that Rod did in the early 70s. And he sang the hell out of
It
them.
came off great. Everybody had fun.
Yeah, you know, oh ye non-believers, as soon as they heard Mick sing them, they all changed their mind. It was, wow, he can do that.
Yeah.
And Mick really enjoyed being part of a rock and roll band as well.
Cool.
We might take it out in January when he finishes Simply Red.
Oh, okay.
Might do.
Listen, I'm really happy that not only are you showing your work, your paintings, coming with a new record, but also a radio show host. Would you have ever guessed years ago that you'd be on the other side of the console?
Delving into the archives, we have the Ronnie Wood show. And I go, yeah, hi, folks, it's just me and my guitar. So you've got
You're
a
playing
minstrel
along.
DJ, yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, and I play, it's kind of an educational thing because I'm re-educating myself to old established songs throughout the years, you know, and different artists. And I'm getting a buzz off of turning the kids on to how rock and roll started, or how the blues and how the Jeff Beck group might have covered a Muddy Waters song, or the Stones may have got influence from Robert Johnson and blah, blah, blah. It's
Kind of
really
the whole-
good to,
yeah.
you know, and garage bands like Eddie Cochran and Buddy Holly and all that, and the Crickets, and comparing it to my first band. Yeah, we get in the garage, you know, go up the road and into my friend's garden, and you have, you know, make a racket in there. But that was all part of designing a band and hopefully hitting the big time, you know, just by perseverance and starting in the garage. But I give the kids tips on, you know, shortcuts on the guitar and play a bit of harmonica and little guests every now and again on the program. It's good fun. I've done 52 shows, one for every week of the year.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Who got you into it? Was it your idea? Somebody said, why don't you try a radio show?
Absolutely, yeah. They came to me and they said, would Ronnie like to do one? And I thought, oh, hang on, that's going to be a bit time-consuming. And then he said, well, you know, you could, once you get into it, you could record a couple of shows in a day, and before you know it, you'll start logging up enough. So here I am, you know, 6 or 7 months into it, and I've nearly finished. I've only got a few shows left to record, and it's quite a sad thing, really. I was really getting into it. I'm going, wow, let's do another year, you know.
Well, I hope you do.
Yeah, the producers are all, come on, let's go for it.
There's stations in Canada, one where I live, that plays it, and
That's
people
cool,
are totally
yeah.
digging it. It's totally catching on.
I'm glad that, yeah, they get it up in Canada. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, another song. We're going to highlight the new record a lot, but I want to take you back to another song. People don't know this. The bass line in Emotional Rescue, which is one of the coolest songs. As you too. As you too.
Yeah.
Is that not one of the greatest songs?
Oh, it's great. Another one is. Forget the name of the song.
I'm not catching it.
But well, we used to do a great live version of it. But anyway, we settled on Emotional Rescue for now. Yeah, there's some good little bass lines over the years.
Yeah. Do you talk to the guys much? Keith?
I haven't spoken to him for a long time, but we've never been. We're as tight as, you know, two coats of paint when we are together on the road. But when we're off the road, it's kind of all of us. We have our own space. You know, I see Charlie every now and again, see Mick every now and again, once in a blue moon. And Keith's been doing his different projects and been in the Caribbean, down in Turks and Caicos, and he likes to get away from it, or up in Connecticut. And now he's in England. I'll probably see him next week.
Oh, cool.
But I saw him last year. He came over when I was living in Belsize Park near Hampstead, a suburb near London, and I had an art studio, and he came up there, and he was really good. You know, he just came up to check on me and say, yeah, I knew you were going to be all right, you know.
Good.
I'll see you again, you know, as soon as.
Eddie Vedder shows up on a credit with a couple of Canadians, Bob Rock and Paul Hyde, the song Lucky Man. Great song.
Yeah.
Tell me how that came together.
And Catch You.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice. They just said they've been big fans, you know, over the years. You know, especially Bob Rock. He said, Ronnie, I've got this couple of songs for you. Me and my friend wrote, and would you give them a go? I said, sure. I've got a couple of holes for the album, and it was perfect timing when he showed, because I saw him in Maui in Hawaii, and also Eddie Vedder was on the next island.
That what it was. Okay.
Yeah, it was like he had a backpack on, and he said, I'm coming through there, Ronnie, let's get together. And I said, help me on this, you know, help me do the middle eight.
Yeah.
And so Eddie's always lovely. He wants to work more, and so do I, but we both had busy schedules. And Bob Rock was a really great gentleman and a great fan of my work over the years, and it was great to work with him. Yeah.
Oh, it came off perfectly. It's on the new record. This is Ronnie Wood, I Feel Like Playing. Lucky Man is one of a dozen tracks in the record, and I suggest you have a good listen to it.
It's going to be the first single.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is good.
Totally good. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm finding it very good with the new sobriety, you know, with the new focus. I'm really enjoying knowing what I'm playing and painting, you know. Before I used to just do wee by reaction, and yeah, it's really nice to know what I'm playing now, you know.
Wow.
and think about not just going in the deep end and hoping for the best, you know. Before, when I was drinking and drugging a lot, I used to you'd get by, you know. I'd always put it off. I never miss a gig. I never, you know, hit a bum note, apart from one every now and again. But you know, it was like it was designed to be there anyway. But nowadays, I'm really getting off. I'm really feeling comfortable being focused, you know.
That's fantastic. I congratulate you on that. Was it a rock bottom thing? Did you find you have to go real low before you come back
it was
up?
Great in a way that drink didn't work anymore, and it was hard, old friend, to let go of. You know, it was like, no, this has got to work. I've got to try it again. And as soon as I gave up that I can have one attitude. As soon as I thought, what if I don't? You know, I've got more stronger over the last 7 months with just feeling comfortable with being me, you know, instead of, I don't need that. I don't need that, you know.
It's fun. I think I've been in this position too, where cold turkey, none. It's kind of fun to watch everything happening around you when you are completely cognizant, and lucid and sober.
It is.
It can be really funny.
It's a great buzz, and it finds out I'm much more of a lunatic straight than I was when I was using.
There it is. Yeah. I was afraid to be boring. I love
that
boring,
was it.
right?
Yeah, I thought, oh no, this is a boring thing to do. No, it's not.
There's nothing about.
I'm a connoisseur on water now.
There's nothing boring about you, man. I'm really pleased to have sat down and met you, and really enjoying the record. And I hope to get a piece of your art one day.
Yeah.
And
well, you will with this new album. I'm doing a special edition for Lucky Man and a vinyl set and everything, which I'm about to see tonight. So it's all fresh and it's all new.
Brilliant.
That's great, and I'll make sure you get a piece of art. Yeah.
That would. Yeah, I need to do that. Cheers.
Great speaking to you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Explore Music wears English Laundry apparel.